was actually fun. Great crowd. The game was sold out, right? Yeah, it was very lived up to the expectations. I went back and watched like highlights of the past bedlams and stuff, and just everybody telling me about the game and the culture of that game and the environment, and it was that, and it was very fun to play in.
What stood out about the highlights? Anything?
I think the game I went back and watched. I think it was the game K had 40.
Okay.
That was the game I watched. I watched last year's game as well, and you know, just the environment. They don't like us, we don't like them, and that's how everybody treats the rivalry. So it was good to be a part of that rivalry.
Mike's talked about how prior to the season, playing at high school, playing at AAU, you don't really play in front of a lot of fans, a lot of big crowds. Now you've obviously played in Allen Fieldhouse, you played in Norman, you played at these. What's that been like for you, just kind of playing in front of, more than just 100 people or whatever?
Oh, I wouldn't say I ain't never played in front of a crowd. I mean, my high school was top 5 in the country. We played in big events. I played in front of sold out crowds before. I think, it's different because it's college. That's probably the main difference is, now it's big fan bases going to the games, and, it's just, obviously it's a different level from high school, of course. I don't, I like playing in front of crowds. I like a lot of people. I like the noise. Like I love that. It gives me energy to play in. I don't think I never shied away from a crowd or really even think about it too much. I just see people in the stands, and being a player, you got to go and perform, and that's what I think. I'm a performer. So whenever the lights come on, I'm ready to hoop.
Coming off a loss, you guys didn't have a midweek game this week. What have the last couple of days kind of been like for the team?
These last few days, we've really been trying to since we had this little bye week, we've been trying to really just get everybody back healthy. Just get back to, it's just everybody's been drained physically, mentally, and these past few days just get everybody back together, regroup. We've been doing group workouts with our coaches, and practicing as well. So. We just getting ourselves back together to compete and finish out the rest of the season.
Your first year of college, it's almost over, I guess, at this point. But what has the mental aspect been tougher, or has the physical aspect been tougher?
I mean, it's a little bit of both. Mentally, you just gotta stay the course, do the same things every day, knowing that the result's gonna change for you. Physically, it depends. Some people would say like. Physically I got to get more stronger or, faster, quicker, and everybody has something they need to work on. I feel like for me, I came in a little bit more prepared than a lot of freshmen. I feel, thanks to my past school, they really prepared me for college, and, my schedule and everything was pretty much the same as here. I feel like mentally, it's just a new level of basketball. You kind of got to relearn the game a little bit because the way basketball is played in high school and college are 2 different ways. But I feel like if you let it mentally drain you, it will. And if you stay resilient in the process, you'll be perfectly fine. I mean, you're going to go through ups and downs, of course, but like you can't just, get down when things are not going your way, and you can't be too high when things are going your way. You just got to kind of stay even keeled through the whole process. So that's what I really been doing. So I don't think mentally I've been down in a drought, hanging my head low, or even when things were good, like going good, I'm like too high and thinking everything's going to be all right. Like my parents played basketball, played in college, played professional, so they taught me, the game's it's gonna be ups and downs. You just gotta stay even keel, whatever, and just keep doing what got you to that point. So that's really all I've been doing.
How do you personally then stay mentally resilient?
I think it's a lot of faith, a lot of believing in yourself, betting on yourself as well. Just knowing that the work you're doing is going to pay off, and when you see results. Your results might not happen the next day you do something, but over time you see you're getting better in every area, in different areas of the game and of your life, and just keeping that same motivation. It's hard some days. It's not going to be easy every day. Like I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna do this, this, and this, and it's just gonna be perfect. Like no, that's not how it works. But I feel like even on the days you don't want to do something and you do it, you're still getting better, And my thing is, I got this thing on my phone. Each morning, I get a notification, 7:30 a.m. It says 1% better, and that's all I try to do is just get 1% better each day. And whatever, it might just be eating better, it might be sleeping an extra hour, it might just be, let me go make 100 free throws. It was just some 1% better that if I didn't do it, I wouldn't have been better at it. So, mentally, I just try to, I'm a freshman first off, so really, my expectations. I'm like as a freshman going to college, especially how old the Big 12 is and how old college basketball is right now. I'm not expected to come in here and average 20 and drop 30 balls and all this and do all that stuff. I'm really not even expected to do probably what I'm doing right now. So I just take that for I don't take it for granted that I'm playing a lot as a freshman. I'm very blessed to play as a lot as a freshman. It's a lot of kids not even seeing the court as freshmen this year, and I just try to work hard every day. I mean, it's not my first time being in a position where I have to work hard. I've been high school. I played with other McDonald's All-Americans and 5-stars, and a lot of my teammates that I played with throughout high school are in the NBA now. So I've been in environments where I had to work hard and prove myself. So I just don't think there's nothing new for me to stay resilient.
You mentioned the alarm on your phone. When did you start that?
That started probably I started my post-grad year.
Okay.
After my senior year, it was just like my senior year didn't go how I wanted to. I wasn't recruited how probably a lot of people think I was recruited. I was just like, I'm gonna make this a promise to myself and just get 1% better each day, and whatever happens after that, that's a goal. But I can live with myself getting 1% better each day.
Was there someone who inspired that? I mean, that's a phrase that coaches will use from time to time. Was there someone in particular that you got that from?
My mental conditioning coach at IMG Academy. He works at Clemson now, but we always talked about. I think that's really where I get the mental toughness from. It was him. His name was Michael Irvin. He really taught me, just in moments, in moments of like you feel like things not going your way, or that you gotta go through tough times to get to good things later on. And we always talked about that. We always talked about just staying mentally in the right focus, because if you lose sight of, I don't really know how to explain it. If you lose sight of the main goal, which is getting better, you start going backwards. So I know each day is a new opportunity for me to get better. So that's what I try to do. That's really it.
Was there anything in particular, you mentioned that you felt like your high school prepared you for kind of the physical? Was it just because you guys play a different kind of schedule than like a typical run-of-the-mill high school does?
So no, not because of that. First off, I feel like the staff that was around me was a college staff. Well, my head coach coached in college. My assistant coaches played college basketball. Everybody was basketball minded. My strength coach there, he's actually the head strength coach at Alabama football now. My track coach, my speed agility coach he works NFL players out now. His name is Mo Wells, so he works like Odell Beckham out and all those guys. I just feel like the environment, I mean, if y'all look up IMG, it's like one of the biggest sports brands, like really, like in the world right now. And I was just blessed to go there and just really just be there, and just even if just going to those things would just make you better. And being around other athletes that are trying to get better, it makes you better as well. So, like, what's it called? You're around guys, high level guys every day. Like, I was talking to one of my teammates that I played with at IMG. He just recently signed. He got traded from the Sixers and he played with the Celtics now, Jaden Springer. I talked to him a few days ago. Mark Williams, that plays for the Charlotte Hornets. And Jarris Walker, that plays for the Pacers. So just being around all those guys, we all just competed every day. And that's really what you know, that's how it's going to be in life. You're going to compete all throughout life. So on this level, we're competing. I'm competing with everybody here. We all making each other better. On the next level, you're going to compete and make each other better. I think that's really it. It's a mindset, just getting better every day, wanting to get better, wanting to do the hard things, knowing that it's going to pay off. I mean, that's really it. I don't really think. What else prepared me? The schedule. The scheduling was similar to OSU. I will go to school in the morning from 8 to 12, then practice in the afternoon like we do here. We only had 3 classes a day, so that was good. Then, you know, the facilities is similar to college. We had great facilities at IMG as well. So all that stuff combined, and you know, you being around other athletes, it was an all-sports school. So you might walk in class, you sit next to the best soccer player in the world in her age, or the best tennis player in the world. Like, it was just, everybody was athletes, and everybody made each other better in that environment.
There's so many ways to get to the NBA. You know, some guys, you know, 1 year in high school and they're gone, or 1 year in college and they're gone, or some guys play 4 or 5 years in college.
Mm-hmm.
Have you talked with guys about how you get to that? Because I know, like, when we talked this summer, before you even played for OSU yet, when you were in Europe, you were saying that's the goal, is to get to the NBA. Have you talked to those guys about where you're at now, here in February, nearing the end of your first year of college, to how do you get to pro?
I mean, you know, I just really try to do it. Like, I know how they went through their process. Everybody's process is different. You know, some people, some people have more height where they can get to the NBA and skill. Some people are just going off of raw talent. I feel like if I was to go, I'll be one of those kids that just go off of pure talent, pure skill. I don't think I'm a kid with a lot of hype, or, you know, my name's not been thrown around a lot, which is okay. That's fine. That's not what you really, you know, strive for. You just want to get there, then sustain, and it's about longevity. And I've been playing the long game my whole life. You know, I went to IMG and I've been on USA teams and all this, but I don't think I was never given none of that stuff. I feel like I worked hard for everything, and you know, on the outside it looks like, you know, he's this and he's that, but to get to those things, I went through a lot of hard times that made me resilient, and I think that's one of the, and I'm saying resilient a lot, but I feel like that's a word that can describe me best, as a resilient person on and off the court. I just feel everybody's path is different, you know. Some people go in 1, some people go in 4. Like, some people don't go, and you know, that's okay as long as you max out whatever talents that you have. That's the most important thing. For me, I feel I'll go when I'm ready, whenever that is. You know, I ain't really been thinking about it much. I've been really just focused on this season. I mean, you look at NBA stuff, but like, you know, everybody want to go to the NBA, but you gotta be ready when you go. You're gonna get there. You're gonna be playing guys way older than you that are trying to feed their family. They trying to feed their kids. You know, you just gotta be ready when you go. So I feel like when I'm ready, I'll go. So that's really it with that.
But getting there is still the end goal.
Oh, of course. I mean, yeah, everybody want to go to the NBA. Everybody want to play the highest level of basketball and make money doing it. And yeah, of course, I mean, yeah, I want to go to the NBA. I'm pretty sure if you ask every kid that played basketball, he want to go to the NBA. I mean, nobody played the game just to stop in college. I hope not. I mean, I really love the game, so I want to take it as far as I can go. So that's it.
Was there a time, Mike said in the past, that some guys are too worried about what's next? And was there a time where you were too worried about getting to your end destination that you weren't in the present, whether that be in high school or in middle school even, or something like that?
Let's see. A time where, I mean, so I don't think I was really worried. I don't think I've never been worried about trying to get to the next level or like forcing it. I ain't never been no person to force something. I feel like you gotta have that mindset of knowing where you want to go and knowing the steps that you gotta take to get there. I mean, you can still live in the present and think about the future. You can't just live in the present and just stay in the present and not work and have your mind set on the end goal. You can, of course, you can get caught up in trying to go to the end goal that you forget about the present, and that, you know, like say I'm so caught up in the NBA right now that I forgot I'm even talking to y'all right now. Like, nah, I don't think I've ever been like that. I think, of course, I think about, you know, where I want to be in life, because everybody think about where they want to be in life. And if my goal is the NBA, I'm going to work towards that goal. So, yeah, I don't really think I ever been, you know, I definitely thought about, you know, a lot of things. And as a young athlete, and social media and these phones and people writing this and people saying that, we see everything. I see everything, but it's on me to block it out. And I think I do a good job of just blocking everything out and staying in the gym and just working where my feet at every day. So, you know, of course I want to, you know, go to the NBA. I mean, all of us do. So, yeah, I think that's really it. Just you gotta think about where you want to end up at, and you gotta take the steps to get there. So this is right here where I'm at right now. This is one of the steps. So.
Was it your choice to go to IMG or someone else's choice? That's kind of
No,
bold.
so
you know,
yeah, so
take some courage as a young guy.
yeah. So my mom, she worked at IMG. I've been at IMG. She got the job at IMG when I was 3 years old. So I've been around IMG my whole life. Around 6th grade, I told my mom I wanted to go to IMG. So I started going there in 6th grade. I didn't play basketball there until my 8th grade year. My 8th grade year, I played JV. I played JV my 8th grade year. 9th grade year, I played varsity. I started my varsity year. So we have a lot of teams at IMG. So IMG is not just 2 teams, it's not JV varsity. So we have like a premier team, which is like the teams y'all see, like when we played Cade and all those teams. So that's one of the teams. Then it's a team under that. Then it's another team under that. So I played on the team underneath that premier team. They wanted me to play on the top team, but I wanted to develop. My main thing was just getting better, and I just wanted to get hone in on my skills. I would play, but I just wanted to really just get better and, you know, play games. My sophomore year, I started off on my varsity team as well. Then they asked me to move up, and I moved up eventually, and I played a lot. I think I was 6th man. It's the year we played Cade like 3 times, I think, that year. Junior year, I played on that team. Senior year, I played on that team. Then my post-grad year, I played post-grad. And we had a good season post-grad as well. And yeah, so I've been at ING for a minute. That's my home. So, yeah.
And then you were talking about the
Get into film. So
You're
maybe time for one more.
talking about the different paths to the NBA. Did you ever consider G League or international opportunities, or were those even available?
I think a lot of people thought I was going overseas my junior year. That kind of slowed down my recruiting because everybody thought I was going overseas. I had offers to play for FC Barcelona, Real Madrid, Estudiantes in Spain. I talked my junior year, I talked to the NBL, which is the Australian League. But I just felt like the best fit was to come through the college route for me. You know, it was a lot of consideration. I put my family in consideration, then what's best for me and where everything was going on, and I felt like this was the best fit for me to come here at OSU, and you know, that's what I did. So, yeah, I mean, if you think about somebody's trying to pay you money to play basketball professionally at a young age, you gotta be ready to handle that. You gotta be ready to. It's always something that comes behind the money, so you gotta be ready for that as well. And at the age of 17, 18, you're probably not fully ready for that. And I felt like even if I did have that route, I probably would be ready just because I had a family that went through that. My dad played 10 years overseas, so he can tell me how, you know, how the overseas route goes, and you know, he was pretty successful over there. My mom coached, so I feel like I have a good corner, a good family to help me if I went that route. But I felt like college was just better for me to take these steps. And you know, one thing you want to do when you're trying to get to where you want to go is not skip steps. It's important not to skip steps and just take it one step at a time because there's no elevator to success. So